Hey, what's up, collective? All right, so yes, as you know, I am in the middle of all the signs, personal, not personal, but the signs timeless reading. Hey, Nicoletta. Hey, Susan. Hey, Vina, Vina. Haley Booker. Hey. All right, so I am in the middle of the individual signs timeless readings, but I was drawn when I got up today to do a collective reading because I feel like in between everybody getting their individual sign readings, there's still a lot of stuff that's underneath the surface for the collective that I kind of want to tap into and give you guys some clarity on. Hey, is that Antonio? Milana, hi. Thanks for joining. Thanks to my moderators for showing up. I love you guys. All right. Let me get all comfy and shit. So whether you're into the beach or taking a poolside, beach mode is the station you need to know for fun. Whew, got my nice little alkaline water with lemon in it ready for you guys. I love you guys too, Nicolette. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Woo! King of Cups in reverse. Man. So earlier, before I even started the reading, I was laying in bed and I was like, a lot of you guys have pulled back from love. Like, not in the aspect where you don't want love, but I feel like you're tired of pursuing love, going towards love. And so you're in this space of like where you were once before low key emotionally reserved. Now I feel like you're all the way reserved. Like you're all the way like pulled back. Like, but you're pulled back because you're trying to like figure some shit out. Some of you guys have some prospects in mind. You feel like somebody might be the one, but I feel like this person has been hurt too. So they're pulling back as well. So now it's this energy of like, yo, I've been hurt, so I'm pulling back. Well, I've been hurt, so I'm pulling back too. But I do want love, but I do want love. But I feel like somebody on the other side of this is allowing external forces to make them apprehensive about going towards someone that they want. Somebody's family and friends may think that the person that you want is not successful enough or beautiful enough, or they may have children from a previous relationship and you don't have children. There's just a lot of, to me, a lot of external bullshit that's coming in like to play with how some people are choosing who they want to be with. All right, that's just from the King of Cups in reverse. Now, also what I'm feeling is that there's somebody that is like emotionally manipulative in the situation. Somebody is kind of like emotionally passive aggressive to where like they know someone cares for them, so they push this person's buttons just to get a reaction to absorb that energy of like, oh yeah, this person still loves me. or oh yeah, this person still wants me, and then they retreat. So it's like you gotta be mindful. If that's you, you need to cut it out because all you're doing is literally making shit worse for yourself and creating that same loop. That's what you're gonna keep doing and keep receiving and keep going through. But also, if you are being emotionally manipulated, you need to recognize it for what it is. I feel like some of you guys are romanticizing some people's bullshit ass treatment towards your feelings for them. It's like some people know that you really care about them and you want the best for them, and they're not emotionally stable within themselves, so they kind of like project that shit onto you. Or really, you're not even trying to hurt them, or you're not even trying to do nothing for them. You're actually like in this person's corner, like rooting for them, but they're so emotionally scarred, and it's turned into like the empath fighting the narcissist, and this empath has already become the narcissist just by fighting this narcissistic energy and not addressing it and separating themselves from it. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like that saying where it's like, make sure not to become a demon while fighting one. So I feel like somebody has become a narcissist just by trying to fight one. Now they're in this survival mode where everything has to be about them and everything is has to be for them and they have to be getting something from something and they can't stand to see anyone else happy. But the odd thing that Spirit just told me is that this person has had this energy all along underneath, and so they got their heart broke by a fellow narcissist, and that brought that narcissistic energy up out of them. And as opposed to them healing it, they just kind of tried to pretend that they were empathic to gain energy and attention and shit from other empaths. So it's real tricky. I hope I explained it well enough for you guys, but it's a real slippery slope right now. So what I'm saying is you have to be mindful of the people that are coming towards you because you're vibrating at like a very high frequency, which is going to attract everything to you, not just good, not just bad. Unlearn everything you've learned about the law of attraction. Unlearn it and relearn. Because right now I feel like a lot of unhealthy narcissistic people are looking for sources right now because a lot of people are coming into self-power and this self-empowerment movement. A lot of people are healing their childhood wounds and traumas, and so they're gaining more power, like gaslit by the people in control of them, the people putting authority. Let me grab some water. Like the people that were in charge of raising you and nurturing you could have been very toxic. Sociopathic energy is what I'm picking up on. And so you've always made yourself small to feel happy and to feel comfortable and to feel safe. So what's happened in your adult life is that you've grown up and for some reason you're still leading with your inner child. And I don't want to say for some reason because the reason is your inner child needs to heal and it needs to grow and on this physical plane. But what's happening is you're being met with the same types of energies that you grew up with, but in different shells. So maybe your mom was a narcissist and she never supported you, never gave you attention, never like poured life into you or spoke life into you. Or maybe your father was just like in and out, just never there. So it's like there's this energy now where it's like you're starting to meet, if you're a female, you're starting to meet women who could be like that narcissistic mom that you had for a time period. You're meeting men who are that narcissistic, sociopathic energy that your father had, where it was just kind of like to lift you up, just to drop you or to gain some energy from you. The fucked up thing is that a lot of people had some very traumatic upbringings where their parents were just like siphoning off their energy and never pouring back into them, never giving love to them, and you had to parent your parents. And so your inner child had to just stunt its growth and never be able to grow and laugh and heal and have any fun. So now that you're this adult, it's like your inner child is maturing and learning. So the experiences that you're having is coming into play to mature your inner child. And you're going to have to grab onto that and try to heal this inner child. Give it the love and attention and the experiences younger. But nobody can do this for you. It's like if your parent has grown and healed, then they can bring alone, then it's definitely going to be kind of like, yo, you have to heal yourself. You can't look to your mate, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your twin flame, your soulmate, all that shit. You can't look to those people to bring you this closure or this healing that you need. It's calling for you to dig deep. Okay. Also, I want to tell you that if you are finding yourself meeting these same types of energies in different cells, it's time for you to set healthy boundaries. You have to stop being afraid of hurting people's feelings by saying, like, no, your energy doesn't fit well with mine. A lot of you guys are afraid to hurt the people that are really plotting to hurt you, that are really in the position for you, that are really placing themselves in your lives in positions to hurt you because they're hurting and they feel like you owe them something, or they feel like your energy is going to come in and save something about them. And that's not what it is. And you feel like putting up this boundary is going to make people not like you, make you seem mean. And that's very childlike. Like, no, like you have to step into this woman, this man, or this divine masculine, divine energy that you are, and set those healthy boundaries. And that's where the divine masculine and divine feminine energy comes into play when mingling with each other in the cosmic realm. It's like you have to embody that divine masculine, that divine feminine, so that you can set up those boundaries all while still being able to be empathetic and make sure that you're leading from your intuition and not your wounds. So, yeah, I just wanted to state that. Also, make sure you keep you some black tourmaline on hand. That'll keep you grounded. Um, that's very important for you right now. All right, let's get the cards going, guys. Whew. God damn. You got the Hierophant reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the High Priestess in reverse. As well, I forgot we pulled one card in. My bad, y'all. But with the King of Cups in reverse, it's like your intuition is like off. Not off, because I don't feel like the intuition ever turns off. I feel like some of you guys are leading from your womb as opposed to your intuition. And that's why you're having these reoccurrences of situations, and you're like, oh, all men are the same. Oh, all women are the same. Oh, blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. You're just not tapping into divine source within self, and you're not allowing yourself to see places where you hold power. For the High Priestess to be in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, this is your divine masculine and your divine energy within self here with the Five of Cups in reverse to me as a reader, not being in balance with each other. It's like you're allowing the loss that you feel like you've had scatter these two energies. Because see, the High Priestess and the Hierophant are actually like divine counterparts to me in the tarot. So for all three of these cards to be coming up in reverse, it's like you're unlearning so that you can relearn, and it's time for you to tap into your divine masculine and divine feminine energy so that you can be whole. That's where the alchemy is. It's not being overly masculine or overly feminine. It's like having that beautiful balance that's only like catered to your energy signature. Don't watch other people's divine masculine and divine feminine energy at play and think you have to be like theirs. Like, it's literally time for you to come into your own power. I know a lot of you guys look to tarot for like answers to why somebody ghosted you, or answers to why somebody don't love you no more, Or why are you breaking up with somebody? But you know what? Sometimes shit is just the way it is. And sometimes people don't need to be on your journey. Sometimes those people don't need to be in your bed. Sometimes people don't need to be in your life. And with this Five of Cups in reverse, it's telling me that you actually dodging a bullet by coming out of union with somebody. But the problem is with the High Priestess in reverse is like you lost yourself in all of this shit. So now you got to relearn your intuitive gifts. Now you got to relearn your energy signature. You know what I mean? Like now you got to revisit yourself. Revisit the pain, but only as a reference, not as a resident. Don't get caught living in that shit. You know, a lot of times people sit up and they want to talk about the victimization or the everything that hurt them and broke them. But are you healing it as you're talking about it? It's one thing to talk about it and one thing to heal it. So I feel like you're in this space where you're like getting back on your feet, especially spiritually. Because I feel like whatever relationship you were in was very toxic. It was very emotionally and spiritually abusive, more than physical for some of you guys. And it made you feel like your intuition wasn't right. It made you feel like your voice wasn't good enough. Your truth should be silenced. And you're growing out of that. But on the way to this growth, you're going to be visited by people who embody those same energies that you're growing and healing from. And that's where that grace period is. It's like, yo, am I reacting from intuition or am I reacting from my wound? And then you kind of like sit back and you watch the patterns of people. And then you know, like, okay, boom, this is where I need to heal at. Allowing this to come into my life, allowing this to stay. So there's a lot of growth going on, you know, for the collective right now. And not everybody's growth is the same because we're not all on the same journey. We're all on a journey, but that doesn't mean we're on the same highway, in the same state, in the same country, in the same city. You know, I could be on the 405 and somebody else could be on the 14, but we're both on a journey. So we're going to see different shit, encounter different traffic. That's why you can't sit up and try to measure your journey against someone else's and be like, yo, I'm farther than them, or I'm doing better than them, or they're ahead of me, or I'm behind. Like, no, that's not how it works at all. That's not how it works at all. Thank you, Spirit. We got the Three of Swords in reverse. So most definitely we're healing. Things we have to fight out of. Things we have to pull ourselves out of. Many are called, but the chosen are few. So it's like some people were called to this journey and decided like, yo, I'm done fighting. I don't have any fight left in me. But some of us were like, yo, I know that if I fight and pull myself up out of this energy or out of these negative thoughts, this self-imposed imprisonment, that something better is on the opposite side. But you know, the Three of Swords in reverse for me right now, at this moment, not always, but it's telling me that you have to be more patient. Healing is not like some overnight thing. Like, oh, I lit a candle for it on Thursday, so Friday when I get up in the rising, everything's gonna be peachy king. No, motherfucker, like you still got some work to do. So that's that pulling yourself up out of that energy. It's an everyday journey, you know. So stop being hard on yourself because you're healing. Thank you, Spirit. Four of Swords in the upright position. It's time to rest. And let me tell you something about this resting energy. And then we'll get to the bottom of the deck because I know you saw it. But what this resting energy is telling me is that you've been busting your ass to get a lot of things done. And also, maybe you've been pulling and pulling and pulling on yourself to try to figure some shit out. You've been very protective of yourself, of your thoughts, of your mind space, because you know whether you want to believe it or not, the spiritual warfare that we're under is extremely mental and it's unseen, low key, but it manifests in the relationships and the people that we encounter on our journey. But anyway, back to this Four of Swords. It's like, yo, it's time to rest. It's time to power down a little bit and collect your thoughts. Some of you guys are in this state right now. You're actually in this rest state. You're trying to, get your thoughts together, calm that mental conflict in your mind, and you're gonna do that. But at the same time, Spirit is like, don't be no fool. Keep that sword under the bed just in case you gotta cut a motherfucker. Because what I'm hearing is that while you're trying to figure everything out and while you're trying to solidify yourself and get your thoughts together, there's motherfuckers around you that's plotting. And y'all know me, I'm not no loving light chick. I see everything. I see light, I see darkness, I see the in-between. So I'm gonna let you know that sword under the bed right here, if you don't see it, it's 3 swords on the wall. Then here's that sword under the bed. Just in case the motherfucker that comes to you while you're at rest come in on some fuck shit. You need to be able to cut motherfuckers before they can cut you. And that's just the bottom line. Survival is key. We have to live and we have to survive. So you have to find that divine balance in between. But I just want to let you know that externally, when you go into rest like this and you start to kind of like pull back some, it's gonna sound like weakness or an opportunity to pounce for other people that had bad intentions all along. But I feel like you're gonna be prepared for that mentally. Because there's a lot of psychic vamping and just some little petty shit. But I feel like we're in this place where we're evolving from that and we can smell it and taste it before said external forces or people recognize it or not, these boundaries are already set in place. So it's like, yeah. Here we got the King of Swords in reverse. This is the energy that I was just speaking about with that Four of Swords, with that sword under the bed. This is somebody that is dishonest in their communication with you. This is a narcissistic, sociopathic energy that I was telling you that's revisiting you. That visited your parents. And it's just been passing through, from person to person. That's why I always tell you guys to watch that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington and John Goodman. I know y'all sick of me talking about that movie, but it's very symbolic to what we're going through right now with the energy exchanges that are coming through. And what this King of Swords in reverse is telling me is that somebody is very self-serving and they don't even use logic. They're very impulsive. They just do and say whatever the fuck feels good to them at that moment that will get them the attention and material gains or acknowledgement that they want. So be mindful of this person and just be ready to put this person in their place, because this person feels like they're smarter than you. They feel like they can outwit you, but honestly, you're very intuitive, so you're gonna out smart them in the end. Bottom of your deck is the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. And that's what I mean. Whatever is like, even if this is not something external to you with the King of Swords that's coming in to distract you, this could be all negative self-talk and you lying to yourself about what you're capable of and you being your own worst enemy. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright is telling me that this is going to shift, and then you're going to start to see the light. You're going to start to cosmic law, honestly, is what I've been hearing. Cosmic law is coming into play. So it's like even things that were done unbeknownst to you are going to balance themselves out on their own. You're coming out of a time period when shit was like off for you. You couldn't connect to that divine source, with the Hierophant and the High Priestess in reverse. I feel like you're moving away from that. Shit's about to turn around. And all I want to say is just like, yo, be ready for this change. Sweep across your life. And while it's sweeping across your life, it's going to sweep off the mass of people who were pretending. It's like this last cleanup I'm hearing. Like the last cleanup, before you evolve to your next space, to your next, mission. Because honestly, all this heavy ass low vibrational shit that's been around you right now has been here as a tool to teach you, to guide you, to sharpen your intuition. And so you're gonna come out of that, and shit's gonna turn around. Yes, thank you, Spirit. We got the devil card in reverse coming. Be released. You're gonna realize that nothing was like controlling you. Maybe for some of you, except the need to control. A lot of people, and one thing I've noticed doing tarot for all the years that I have done tarot is that although it draws people to you who are just really looking for healing, looking for clarity, and looking for a space to be able to feel what's going on without being called crazy or whatever, it also draws a lot of controlling people who have issues with letting go of control and letting go of trying to dominate every situation and toxic communication. And so I feel like these are a lot of things you're going to be releasing at this point in your life. The Chariot in reverse. This is a pause. This is like, okay. One thing I do know is that when you release the familiar, when you release the shit that was toxic but felt safe, because a lot of shit that's toxic feels safe to us sometimes, you're going to have to take a moment to gather yourself like, yo, everything I know has changed. And some of those things that you knew were very toxic. So you're allowing yourself to let those things go. But this is going to cause for you to take a moment, like I said, with the Four of Swords, just slowing down a little bit. But also, I feel like some of the collective have been through that slow down phase and now they're speeding up. So it's kind of like where you were slowing down, someone's speeding up. Well, now the person that's speeding up is giving you a chance to slow down. It's kind of like working together within a collective without even knowing it. That's why you notice a lot of healers and readers are taking time off, while a lot of them are coming out from taking time off to step back into the collective and try to give messages again. So a lot of you guys are healers and readers, and you're taking time off, and then some of you are going back in. It's just gonna fluctuate. But it's also like, yo, you're just letting go of the shit that was holding you back, and now you're taking stock of everything. Like, yo, I needed that moment to sleep. I needed that moment to breathe. That moment to not talk to anyone. Those moments for self and spirit, and to hear your ancestors. This is a lot of heavy energy just being broken. Now you got the Ace of Wands in reverse. So yeah, pulling back on that energy. But the Ace of Wands, it still means success and actions and things like that. But I feel like this to me is like you're going to be more mindful of your actions, more mindful of the projects that you take on. You're not just going to jump into everything just for like the validation or acknowledgement or the thrust or whatever it gives you. A lot of you masculine energies are going to start to go within and not really want to be like sexual all the time. A lot of you masculines were dealing with women who were just like succubus and they were just sucking the life source energy out of you. And it's just like, now you're like, yo, I'm cool on sex right now. A lot of you masculines want a divine connection. And these are the divine masculines. Not the men that are out there using women, abusing and acting crazy and like, I don't want you, but I'm around. So I get my divine feminine, so I'm gonna be toxic because you a karmic and all that shit. Like, no, that shit is like plague. A lot of the divine masculines at this point are going to be going within and saving their sexual energy for their divine feminine or their high priestess. Because a lot of you male energies are embodying that Hierophant energy, and you need your divine partner. You're tired of meaningless sexual encounters or just women who don't feel you and understand you. And I know we can get on here all day and talk about, oh, well, this man is this and this man. That's not the male energy that I'm talking about. I'm speaking of the truly divine masculine who has done the healing, who has overcome, who has been through his shadow period, and who has been through like woman after woman, but now is ready in this space of being healed and is ready to like go inside. This is also like learning how to hold your climax for you divine masculines during sex, not coming, you know what I'm saying? But enjoying that empowering energy that you just feel, you know what I mean? So this is, it's just a little bit different than what you would normally think. Now we got the Queen of Cups sideways. So a lot of divine feminines at this time are feeling very emotionally kind of like neutral. It's like at any moment it could change. But I don't feel like it's so much of the toxic energy that was once there before, because a lot of divine feminines were like pouring out and healing from a lot of toxic energy. Now I feel like it's like, yo, I recognize the toxic energy, but I'm also like in this space where I'm not gonna allow it to consume me. In reverse, and we have her like this. So with the King of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups sideways, I feel like it's just really of energy of like the divine masculine holding back emotionally because he doesn't want to be hurt, but at the same time, it's the divine feminine trying to figure out if she should pursue or hold back, pursue or withhold her emotions because she's tired. She doesn't want to be hurt, but she doesn't want to give up. It has nothing to do with who you're with. This is all the divine masculine on his own and the divine feminine on her own. These are two separate situations, but at the same time, they affect each other. So it's like the divine feminine is really just trying to figure everything out and stay in balance. And the divine masculine is kind of like holding back. And some of the divine masculines, I don't want to say some of the divine masculines because I don't feel like this is the divine masculine energy, but I want to say that some of the divine imposters of the divine masculine energy are like using this divine masculine persona to confuse the divine feminine, and that's why she's coming out sideways, because she's like, yo, my intuition is picking up that this person's toxic, but this person's mask or this person's face is, and the persona that they're giving off is showing me that they're solid. So there's three scenarios: the divine masculine that's holding back emotionally because he's afraid to be hurt, the divine feminine who's trying to figure everything out and not giving up on love. But then there's this gray area where there's a imposter amongst the divine masculine, and he's coming across as divine, but he's actually showing very like low vibrational energies. And so a lot of you divine feminines are trying to figure out what the fuck this energy is because you're drawn to it, but also repulsed by it. So I hope that clarifies some things. All right, let's keep it moving. Page of Wands in reverse has nothing to do with love. Be mindful of the friends that you have around you, the conversations that you're having. People are gossiping and talking about your evolution while they're not even secure in their own. So, yeah, this is a page in reverse, so it's extremely petty. This shit can't touch you. It can't hurt you. But yeah, people are talking shit. People are gossiping. People are being petty. They're nosy. They're keeping you guessing with misinformation and blah blah blah. They talk a good game, but they're never gonna have any action to do. Like it's just a waste of energy. And I feel like you know who these people are. Just don't give them any energy. Shit, as I say that, we got the Page of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So this energy right here, this Page of Wands in reverse energy, all they doing is sitting around talking about your success, wishing that you weren't successful as you are. These are people that you tell too much to. Shut up sometimes. Stop telling everybody how much you make. Stop telling everybody what you're doing, your plan of action, and blah, blah, blah. Just because you want an ear, like, okay, well, talk to the dog, talk to the cat, talk to your ancestors, yourself. But somebody that you're telling things about, or someone who's watching you with this Page of Swords in reverse, they're watching you be successful, but this is their wish here. This is their hope. But the funny thing is this is their hope, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, but this is also your fear, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So be mindful of what you're telling people, who you got at your house, who you're giving your sage wisdom to, who you're interacting with, who you're communicating with, all of that shit, all across the spectrum. Be mindful of it because their hopes and dreams is actually your fears. You know, this person is nosy. They don't have anything to contribute to the conversation, to the intellect, to the pot. They don't have anything to contribute. But oh my God, are they wishing for your downfall? Aren't they wishing for you to not be able to stand on your own 2 feet? Because this person needs you to be dependent on them. That's the only way this person can feel successful and whole is by having people want them. And since you don't, they're wishing bad on you so that you can. I feel like this is the person you're separating from. For some of you guys, you're separating from an energy like that, a friendship like that, a relationship like that, or you're separating from your own fear of success. Hold up, it fell. Knight of Wands. I don't know how this fool came out, so I'm going to read it, both energies I'm hearing. One, you're pulling back on unnecessary with people. You're just like, yo, I don't need to fight. I don't need to fight for my position. I don't need to fight about my thoughts and my ideas and blah, blah, blah. And then another aspect of it is like somebody is sitting around creating problems for people and acting like they're coming in to save the day. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I keep hearing black magic. And not black magic because I do black magic. And black magic is not always bad. But I'm hearing a sense of like somebody trying to create chaos so they can come in and save the day. But actually behind the scenes, it was the one creating all the drama and the bullshit anyway. They're the ones acting toxic, acting fake, throwing stones and hiding their hands is what I'm really hearing with this Page of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Swords in reverse. This person sits around and does little stupid petty shit and then flies in like, oh yeah, here's the prescription. Whole time this bitch was the illness. So be mindful of that. Alright, let's see. Thank you again to my moderators. I love you guys. Your fear and their hopes is the 10 of Cups in reverse. So this is why they're like throwing stones and hiding their hand and doing toxic shit. Now, with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords in reverse, again, I'm also hearing online. So this person could be like on your Facebook a lot. Like this person has a false Abby or avatar, whatever, personal icon, whatever the fuck. I can't even get the word. This person has a false profile picture. Thank you, Spirit. This person has a fake profile picture or no profile picture at all. Okay? This person will even like use fake emails just to deliver fake harsh messages. This person is just really miserable. They have really negative self-talk. And so it really upsets them to see anybody in this Ten of Cups energy. So their wishes is to see everybody else suffering because this person thrives on the emotional suffering of other people. They thrive on mixed messages. That's why it's the sword card, because they like to play mental games, you know. But the weird thing is this person's not smart enough at their own game. I want to get a clarification card for this Ten of Cups in reverse because that spoke to me. Wait, what? Don't feel attacked, Nicolette. Oh my God. Don't feel attacked. This is all part of healing. Healing is not rainbows and sunshine like the watered down portion of healing makes you think it is. Spirit, can we have one on the Ten of Cups in reverse? We got the sun, the star card. You need to come out of fearing success. It's time to heal so that you can be successful. You have to heal your thoughts around success. You have to know that having success, yes, it comes with great responsibility, but also it's like worth it at the end, during the process, all of that. Got the Hermit card dancing on your ass. Time to go within. Some of y'all, it's time to come out. You know, like I said, that divine rotation. Some of us going in, some of us coming out, and then maybe at the end we all dance together. Thank you, Spirit. We got the Devil in reverse again. So releasing a lot of toxic vibes. Like we don't have to keep, saying that. We know. But look at this. The divine balance of it all. The Devil card and then the Lovers. So you release all these toxic soul ties that you have. I'm hearing codependent relationships where you really don't want this person, and this person knows that you really don't want them too, but you offer something to this person so they stick around. Be careful with that, because Spirit just told me that you're with somebody that you don't want, but you don't want to be alone, so you keep feeding this person. You keep this person attached to you, and then when they say something, you kind of like, oh, withdrawn. So then when they withdraw too, it makes you nervous. So then you pull them back in with some material shit or something sexual or something carnal, and then they come back. But if you release this, you got the Lovers here, which is the ultimate opposite of this, which is divine partnership. But you got to release this little toxic shit that you holding on to just so you don't have to be lonely. Some of y'all just fucking with somebody so you don't have to be lonely. Some of y'all fucking on somebody that you don't want to have sex with, but you don't want to be lonely. They don't even have your heart. They don't even have your emotions. They just got your yoni or your rod, and you just got their attention. It's some weird shit, yo. To some of you, you're mistreating somebody that could give you this Lover's energy, this divine partnership. But some of you guys are just fucking on somebody while you're searching for someone else, while you're longing for someone else. Crazy contrast. So take it how it resonates. But it's time to release this shit so you can come into divine union with your divine partner. A lot of people are coming into divine union right now because this is something that they've been on. They've been on their journey for a while, whether you saw it or not, whether you know or not. A lot of people are coming into divine union. And it's not anybody's place to question it, because when divine union steps in, it's a part of divine order. and nobody has say so. Cosmic law has been set. But it's time to release these wasteful ass relationships that you're just holding on to for selfish reasons. All right, now let's get into some oracle messages because I've been talking y'all ear off. Let's see what the Kipper want to say. Really, son? All right, y'all. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? Heal your inner child. You got child number 18. And we talked about that inner child earlier. Yeah, it's time to get in touch with that inner child. A lot of you guys are dealing with love relationships through your inner child. And maybe your inner child is not mature enough to deal with the level of relationship that you're going into or initiating. You know, and this is not to berate anybody, but the reason some of you guys need to heal your inner child is because you're really tapping into other people's energy who remind you of your parents, or who give you this energy of what your parent or your last relationship should have been like, and you're putting an immense amount of responsibility on these people to heal you and act like your parents. You're putting heavy responsibilities on your friends and associates and people who are just on your journey for maybe lighthearted reasons. But there's a level of resentment there. Like, how do you not heal me, fix me, pay attention to me when I desire, answer my every moment? And that's something that a parent does. And even a parent has their boundaries where they're like, yo, I'm just being me right now. You have everything you need. And a lot of you guys are not allowing your inner child to heal. So therefore, you're looking at your friends and your lovers and people that you come in contact with as if they're your parents, or that they have to nurture you and coddle you like that. And that's where you're breaking your own heart. Because every person has their own life, their own energy signature, their own love language. And you can't force yours onto someone else. And you can't make it seem like this person is evil or toxic because they're not giving into you. Now, if they're stealing and stealing and stealing from you, are you setting the healthy boundaries so that they can't take? Or are you a participant? Or are these people just taking from you when you're setting a boundary? And that's when you know you need to cut someone off. You got unexpected income coming in. So I feel like, you know, aside from all the soul shit and the dark night of the soul and the shadow shit we just talked about and external situations, I feel like a lot of you have been putting in a lot of work. And that cosmic law is bringing in that dharma, that good karma for you. And you're going to be getting unexpected blessings. Bottom line, ain't no deep ass spiritual shit to this. Unexpected income, it is what it is. You know, being able to take care of your family with the child card coming out next to it, you know? You got despair in reverse. So I feel like when this comes in, this is gonna like lift your spirits, because whose spirit doesn't get lifted when they know they got a little bit of extra change that's unaccounted for? You're gonna be coming out of this energy like, yo, I can't even go on vacation. Yes, you can, and you will be. It will be divine. See? You got the privileged lady. And I know we don't have to take it as just a woman. But this is a privileged energy that's going to be sweeping over your life. Like, damn, I ain't even got to work too hard. Like, damn, I don't even have to stress. Like, oh my God, all that heavy ass shit that doesn't belong to you anymore. And you're making room. Oh, shit. All right, masculine energy. You got the wealthy man in reverse and the main male. So you need to not get all in your little ego, the toxic end of your ego. They get to spinning and acting all reckless. You know what I mean? Because you can bottom out. You know, you need to be like, yo, I'm good. Yeah, I got a little change. But, yo, I'm not about to just be blowing it. It's time for you to invest. It's time for you to get some property. It's time for you to get some land. You know what I mean? Because, yes, trust me, I'm not just some spiritual fucking talker. Like, I know there's logical shit to the world. Like, we need land to build on, to make sure that our children and our families are privileged as well. So don't just get this little extra shit and just get to acting reckless. Start literally looking into something that's going to make you money in return. If not, you're going to see your abundance get to stagnating. False person comes out in reverse. So, like I said earlier, a lot of those fake ass people that was in your life, you're going to start to see them for exactly who they are. The masks are going to start to fall off. Spirit said that one of the clues that are going to show you that the false person is in your life is either looking in the mirror and realizing everything that you've always pretended you were not, or these people are going to start to just swarm in with like fake ass affection and fake ass conversations that have nothing to do with anything. In their voice, the guilt in their approach. And these people aren't going to call you. Sometimes people aren't going to call you. I feel like some of these people are going to message you. Some of them might call you. But you're definitely going to know who these false people are. Some of you guys, you're the false person. Community. So I feel like these are some people that just kind of like say they got your back and they don't. But also, it's like you got to start to lean towards the people that do have your back and stop focusing on these false people. Start like pouring into the people that pour into you, because there are people around you that want to support you. All right, let's get some oracle cards, guys, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm about to go warm up some greens and some cornbread and some yams from last night until I gotta do my personal reading. Yeah. Okay. You don't need no green. You better go and look on my page. I left the recipe. Okay. We got artificial heart coming up in reverse. How hilarious. Right after we get false person in reverse. So now some of you guys are not following your heart. You're doing what society thinks you should be doing. You're doing what your family thinks you should be doing. What your friends think you should be doing. And that's like not fulfilling you. You still feel empty inside. So you need to be doing what you want to do. Now also, like this means, like I said, the false person is going to reveal itself. You're going to see the source of the fake love, whether that be external or internal. You're going to see where that fake love is coming from. You're going to notice everything around you at this point. The masks are falling off. But it's up to you to decide whether you're reacting at this from your wound or your intuition. Everybody that don't answer your text or call ain't fake. Everybody that don't jump when you say jump ain't fake. You know what fake. You know. So start to be more discerning. Because you could be cutting people off because you feel like they're being false. But what if, just hear me out, what if sometimes people cut people off because they can sense a fakeness in you, so they retreat? What if sometimes you being shady on the low because you're acting out of irrational emotions with this fake heart in reverse, artificial heart in reverse? What if you're making shit emotional that isn't emotional? What if you're angry, emotionally angry at someone who's not even an emotional partner in your life? That's where you got to use logic at. So sometimes you could be the false person. And I know nobody wants to hear that because honestly, everybody feels like they have a logical reason for why they're fake or why they're toxic or why they're doing hurtful things. Even if you don't want to hear this right now, a lot of people feel like they have justified reasons for why they're shady, why they steal your ideas, why they compete with you, why they're fake with you, why they talk about you behind your back. And sometimes with this artificial heart, people will sit up and gossip about you in the name of wanting better for you. Like, yo, I don't mean to talk about her. Soon as the motherfuckers say they don't mean to talk about you, they about to talk about you. They mean every fucking thing they about to say. Everybody be like, yo, I only said her breath stank or she can't dress or her ass dirty because I care about her. Okay, maybe. But did you say that to them? You know, it's a lot of bullshit, like I told you with that page of wands in reverse that you need to be staring clear of. Acknowledge it and move on. But the false person and the artificial heart wouldn't come out by each other for no reason. So check your temperature on yourself. Everything is nothing new under the sun. Like except it's a human experience. That's the only thing that's new to us is this human experience. So like sometimes check yourself. Are you unnecessarily gossiping about people, talking about people's love life and their business and their home and their money and shit that ain't nothing to do with you? What other people eat don't make you shit. That's why I don't care if somebody's vegan or they do this or they that. Like if what they doing ain't affecting me, it's none of my business. So make sure you're not wearing a false mask and you're not having that artificial heart. But also check the shit around you. Because there are some people around you that got a false heart. Oh, we family, I love you. But as soon as you don't give them the attention they want, then they talking bad about you to people. And that's just the reality of it. You can sit in this love and light movement all you want and think that there's never a moment of anger or frustration or pain or sadness, and you be lying to yourself. So yeah, duality needs to be at play for some of you guys. All right, now let's move on. Me, I'm not gonna go and do that. Like I don't really give a fuck. Only time I give a fuck about somebody's toxic energy is when they're bringing it to me. That's the only time I care. Because now I gotta do some cleansing and get your shit up out of my shit or whatever. But if you living toxic on your own, that's you. Shit, I don't care. Because if you don't care, why I gotta be stressing all night and caring? You know what I mean? If you ain't gonna take the necessary steps to heal yourself, stop sitting around waiting on other people to care. Because nobody don't care. Everybody got their own battles to fight. And that could be harsh. People say I'm mean. People say I'm cold. But I don't give a fuck. I know that everybody got their own battles that they're fighting. So ain't no other adult out here babying no other adult and trying to coddle them against shit that they could be creating in their own lives. So always check yourself. You know? You don't need to master other people when you master yourself. That's why I'm not gonna argue with nobody. Before shit, everybody got their own opinion, and rightly so. Because experiences you've seen, I may not have seen, but maybe me listening to your experiences will show me something, teach me a lesson, and vice versa. Hey, Spirit. We got man holding the heart in reverse. Kind of reminds me of the King of Cups in reverse we had earlier. Some of you guys are just healing a lot of shit. Feel like the divine masculine is finally realizing that it's not up to the divine feminine to heal him, that it starts within himself. This card says when this card is reversed, it could indicate a disconnect or even total shutdown regarding your emotional life. It's time to open up and know that you can handle deep emotions and energy that they bring up, whether it's anger, grief, or utter bliss. You can be comfortable in their experience and in their expression. The man holding a heart reverse also can indicate a difficult connection or even relationship with a man who may be anger, deceitful, or quick to criticize. His behavior could be attributed to fear and self-doubt. He would never admit it. You deserve honoring in any relationship. So set some boundaries and don't buy into the emotional chaos. Your soul longs for more emotional peace. Wow. So yes, that was that emotionally manipulative energy that I was picking up on. This person could be unhappy as fuck because of their own choices. But this person's ego is so big they will never admit that they're the cause of their own downfall. And this does not just have to be a woman. I'm sorry, this does not have to be just a man. This could be a woman that embodies and acts through only her masculine energy, but she masks it with fake ass feminine ways. This person is very toxic, emotionally unbalanced. They draw you in emotionally and then throw you off the face of the planet like they didn't even know you. Also, this person is very patient. And what I mean by patient is they will literally sit and wait and wait and wait patiently for their moment to see you vulnerable and get in. And once they plant their seed in there, they strike. This person is an energy vampire. Sociopathic, narcissistic energy all the way with this person. This person literally baits you to be vulnerable. And once you're vulnerable, oh, you're their prey. And they've won. Damn, cornucopia in reverse. I feel like if you fuck with this person, you fuck with this person if you want to. Oh, the head is good. Oh, the D is good. The pussy good. Whatever. This person shifts. Energy shifts from male to female all the time. Okay? This person comes to suck the life out of people with this cornucopia in reverse. This person will literally be mad that you're happy with them. The minute you become happy and secure with this person and loving and trying to exchange love, this person is like, oh, hell no, what the fuck? And then they switch up on you and treat you like public enemy. All right, let's read the book. This person irritates me. I don't even know this person, but whoever it is, they is fucking irritating because this person don't want to see nobody happy, but they always want to show up, pretending like they happy. And then the moment you happy at them, they act like you an enemy. This person will text you and leave you on red for no reason. This person is weird. Anyway, Reverse. The cornucopia reverse is often a card of personal frustration. You may find yourself feeling discouraged by having your wishes denied, or perhaps you're just disappointed with the delays involved. Don't be surprised or too disheartened. If obstacles seem to block your way, it may simply take some patience and persistent action, or may require a radical shift in how you're approaching your goals. This card reverse may indicate a cycle of restriction or a period of lack or loss. Don't let this deter you. Use this time to go deeper. There may be a lesson to learn or an entirely new. Mm. It says, remember, the universe is abundant. All that I desire comes to me in just the right time and way. I am blessed. So, yeah, this person likes to plant seeds of doubt in your mind because this person doesn't want you to grow away from them. With the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords in reverse earlier, I feel like this is the same person that creates like false images of themselves just to gain your vulnerability. So yeah, just be mindful of who you're allowing in your sacred spaces at this time, who you're telling your valuable information to, especially who you're telling your ideas to, because this person will act like they're let's see what you should be releasing, although we've had sets of view of things to let go of. Let's just humor ourselves. For you women, be mindful because this person could try to steal your energy. Men, I already told you, she's a succubus. Women, this is an incubus, and incubuses can like shape shift from feminine to masculine form. Surrender unhealthy relationships is the first card that came out for you guys. Wow. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve by others. So we just talked about that. This person's not open to you. If you're wondering, like, oh, should I open up? Should I reach out? Don't reach out to nobody. Everybody got their phone in their hand 24/7. They'll be going through stuff, so they're not really trying to talk to everybody all the time. But this person that you're specifically inquiring in, that you've been intimate with, this is somebody you've been intimate with, not somebody that just didn't respond to your text. This is somebody that comes in for intimate energy from you and then toss you to the side. It's because they have other sources available to them. You're not available to them. You're disposable. You got to surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So, yes, get back on your shit. This relationship, these toxic friendships, attachments, all these toxic thoughts you put yourself in has stifled your creativity. You can't even see how great you are anymore. It's time to come out of that. You got surrender stress as your last card. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Yes, sometimes throughout the day, I find myself heavily being like, and just letting out like a big sigh of relief. Sometimes you guys are forgetting to breathe because you're so preoccupied with the thoughts in your mind of all these responsibilities and obligations that you have. And that's understandable because we all have shit to do. But Spirit is saying take time to breathe and just let go of stress and worry. Okay, let's get you guys some love energy and then we'll be done. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you everybody in the room for liking the video. And also shout out to the people who don't want to like but just want to be in here. I see you too. Duality, right? All right, we got two. I'm gonna read them both. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Love means to commit without guarantees. We give ourselves completely in the hope that love will be the lasting result. Love is an act of faith. Surround yourself with love and know that your life will be better for it. So, yeah, just like plain and simple, self-explanatory. Like I said, only surround yourself with the people that want to support you. And sometimes the people that want to support you are going to call you out on your flaws. That doesn't mean they don't love you. That doesn't mean they're your enemy. Some people can just see where you're lacking at by the way you interact with them. But how committed are you to love? To change yourself enough to heal the things inside of you that you know are blocking you? Like, remove that stubbornness because there's a lot of stubborn energy, a lot of stubborn that I'm picking up on from the collective. It's like, yeah, I'm only this way because somebody did this, because somebody did that. Then you get set in this way of just being stubborn. And then you're trapping yourself. Okay, your last card is do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. When we focus on doing something kind for someone else, we create an opportunity for our relationships to be re-energized. What can you do today to be considerate towards someone in your life? Small things can have a big impact. Imagine how amazing your life will be if you give emphasis to do kind, loving things for others. Right. So instead of sitting around plotting on how you want to take from somebody or how you going to manipulate somebody or how you going to get somebody to fall in love with you just so you can dip on them and get that power, how about you actually love somebody else? Give to somebody else. Donate your time to somebody else. Like, it's all kinds of things that we can do to show we love and put that energy out to the universe. Especially if you're sitting around wondering why bad things keep happening to me. Why blah 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 don't like me. What energy are you putting out? Consider that foundation as well. What are you putting out? All right, guys. So yeah, that was the collective read for Saturday. I'm still gonna finish up with the rest of the signs. I know I got a lot left, but they're timeless. So I don't rush energy. I don't rush readings. Whenever spirit tells me it's time to speak, that's when I speak. So everybody will get their individual sign reading. Thank you guys again for tuning in. It's been an hour and 15 minutes. I've been just talking y'all ear off. I'm gonna go eat and take a quick nap and then get back to it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thanks to my moderators, all my new subscribers, everybody who liked the video in the chat room. I love you. I'm sending you divine balance and healing energy. And thanks for the follows on my Instagram page. You guys have been like keeping me lit. You can email me at oracleorigins7@gmail.com, or you can follow me on the Oracle7 on Instagram, Oracle Origins on Instagram as well for products and services. Thank you guys again. You're all welcome. I love you so much. I hope these messages resonated with you and gave you some clarity and some healing energy. All right. Peace.